There are some Call of Duty Warzone settings that you just don't want on. So in today's video, I'm gonna give you 11 settings that are ruining your game, and I bet you might not even know they are there. The first is color customization. You're gonna go to interface, readability, and then color customization. It's gonna be default on here. It's gonna look, color filter is gonna be on none. You're gonna wanna change that to filter 2. Then you're gonna go ahead and go to both instead of world or interface. What this does, you can change the intensity. I put it all the way to 100. It's already maxed out. And then I changed my color from me to yellow so then I can see a difference in my teammates. And then I change each of these colors to colors that stand out on the map. You can read it on the right side. Number 2, we're gonna go into controller on here, and then we're gonna go make sure we go all the way down to dead zone inputs. Open up that smart little box here, and you can test your dead zones. But what I do is I try to lower the dead zone as much as possible. So you don't want stick drift, but you don't want it to be so hard that it's hard to navigate your sticks, your left and right sticks. So what I do is I test it, I turn that on, and then mine goes down to 3. So test this out for yourself. Now here's an extra bonus tip. The left stick max, you want to lower that down as well because you're engaging your tactical sprint, which we will talk about later in the video. But go ahead and make sure you lower that down from 99 to 79. For number 3, we're gonna do graphics. And then we're gonna go from display quality to view. And then we're gonna go to FOV. Now by stock coming out of the game, this is gonna be all the way down to 90. You do not want it on 90. That gives you a very limited field of view, as you can see on the right side of the screen. What I would highly suggest is you're gonna put this between 110 and 117. You do not need to max it out at 120, and make sure you change your ADS field of view to affected, not independent. That will give you the best field of view when you're aiming at your targets. Number 4, let's head back over to controller settings and go to controller vibration. You do not want that thing shaking in your hand while you're playing a first-party shooter like Call of Duty Warzone. You can play Halo, you can play a first-party shooter that is single mode, but do not play it with Warzone on multiplayer. Make sure this setting is turned off. You don't want a shaky hand when you're aiming at the enemy. For number 5, we're gonna go back to dead zones, and we're gonna go to left trigger and right trigger. For some reason, Call of Duty puts this at 10. You do not want any delay when you are pulling down the triggers. You wanna be able to shoot your enemy as fast as possible. You hit the left trigger and the right trigger as fast as possible. If you have a delay, that's gonna delay in the bullets getting to your enemy, and nobody wants that in a first party shooter. So make sure that is not at 10. Most of the time you don't even notice it, and it is at 10. Turn that off all the way down to 0. For number 6, we're gonna go to aiming advanced settings under the controller section, and then we're gonna go down to aiming response curve type, and we're gonna go ahead and click dynamic. It comes stock out of the box with standard. Standard is the old school way of Call of Duty. You do not want that. We're not playing old school. We're playing new school. It is 2025, and Black Ops 6 and Warzone are here. So dynamic is the way for do it. Ideal for more experienced players. Fast starting movement that slows down to the aiming rate. Reverse S-curve mapping. That is how they define it in game. I don't know why they put it in standard. Go ahead and put it in dynamic. You'll win more gunfights. Number 7, we're gonna go back to controller settings, and then we're gonna go sprint assist, and we're gonna go down on the box here and do tactical sprint assist. I've talked to a few players who still push in on their left stick to run. That makes no sense. This is auto tac sprint. This is the future. You're not on this. You should be on this. Then once you hit the X to show more, make sure your sprint assist delay is at 0. You do not want any delay when sprinting. Then you want sprint assist sideways on and sprint assist sideways, or sprint assist backwards on. Make sure it is tactical sprint assist 0 on and on. That'll help you in gunfights, especially with omni movement. That'll get you fluid, and it'll keep your hands on the sticks longer, and it'll make your controller last longer too, because you're not slamming, pushing down on that left stick to get you to run faster. Number 8, and this one is buried deep in the settings, so I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see it. Let's go into controller and then combat. And then we're gonna go combat advanced settings. And then we're gonna make sure our sprint cancels reload is off. Because why would you ever wanna be running, and then you go reload and it's like the sprint stops and then you die and it's very kludgy. So if this is on, you need this off. Make sure you turn it off so then you can keep running and it doesn't cancel your reload, especially when playing multiplayer and Warzone. Coming in at number 9, you're gonna go to interface, and then you're gonna go all the way over to gameplay HUD, and then go down to crosshair, and your crosshair will be on. But click on the show more button so you can see here you have crosshair dot, you have dot scale, you have spread. These are all stock here. What I recommend you doing is leave it on, which makes sense, then make it largest, which gives you a good amount on the screen, and you have your spread. But you want to change the color because you don't want a white, it blends in with everything. So pick a color that stands out to you. Could be yellow, could be blue, could be purple, something that is easily seen in the environment. For me, I would go with a nice yellow because that stands out to me in my eyes, but you can choose red, you can choose whatever you like. I like a nice saturation, so we're gonna go very, very bright here. And I go ahead and keep it brightness here, and then we're gonna apply the custom color. And now as you can see on the right-hand side, my color is bright yellow, which will stand out against enemies, especially in Warzone and in multiplayer. And this is a setting that you just didn't know was buried deep in there. Coming in at number 10 is under your controller settings again, and we're gonna go to movement. We're gonna turn off Mantle Assist. That it comes stock on, you want that off. If you're finding it hard to jump through windows and stuff like that, then maybe you keep it on, but I highly recommend Mantle Assist off. What happens is Mantle will be activated when you hit the jump button. So make sure sideways is off, backwards is off, tactical sprint only is off, and Mantle Assist angle is on tight. I would say those are gonna be the main three right there, because you don't want the game helping you mantle over everything. You wanna be able to do it when you wanna do it. You wanna be in control in the gunfight and not be running next to a side piece to get like cover and then mantle over because the game helped you mantle over. You wanna mantle over when you wanna mantle over, so turn Mantle Assist off. And rounding out number 11 is gonna be under controller and then movement again, and this one's gonna be at the bottom under vehicle advanced settings. I don't know about you, but maybe you've noticed that when you're trying to drive a vehicle, whether it's the helicopter or it's an ATV or it's a car, that under some reason it's aim-based control, and that is not gonna look well when you're aim-based control using your left and right stick, because then you can't look left and right. Switch that to driver control, and so then you can actually use that when you're in vehicles, and you can go back to the standard way of driving. And hey guys, if you like videos like this from me, check out 21 things pros do that you don't. It's up on the screen right now, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.